so that was a good start. I didn't fall up the stairs. So if people asked me to explain myself in 2012, I would have said I'm a mother, I'm a partner, I'm an adoptee, I'm a workaholic, I'm a gym junkie, and I'm probably a tad stubborn. But on the 19th of January 2013, I was reduced to a stroke survivor. It gives me great honour today to be here as the first person with lived experience to speak in an open plenary session of this stroke conference. I see many researchers and health professionals out there who are doing so much amazing work in regard to improving and enhancing the lives of stroke survivors from the acute to onwards, because we all know, unfortunately, that stroke is lifelong. What I'm really excited about, though, is seeing the amount of people who have lived experience in the room. Most of us know some of them: Adrian O'Malley, Brenda Booth, Clive Kenson, Tony Arforis, just to name a few. But what's really exciting is seeing some new faces who are interested in stroke and some have been awarded scholarships from Stroke Foundation. We also have, as mentioned, a co-design day, I think in HQ 1 and 2 for the day, so I hope that we'll see some of you, and certainly the facilitators. So I began my research journey in 2014, which is when I first met Coralie English. Seems like a lifetime ago, and it kind of was. I realised that being a participant, even if it didn't actually benefit me at all, it would help actually support and prove the project's worth. So I probably didn't know at the time that I would be here today. I didn't even think I would be, because I still had to find my way post-stroke. I'd lost my identity. The words that I explained before of myself, some of them didn't exist anymore. Some of them were very skewed, as in, parent and that kind of thing. But the most important part for my acceptance was actually speaking with other people with lived experience. And that was in the form of the Genius Network. By speaking with people with lived experience who have the same sort of trauma, made me feel less isolated, made me feel less alone, and it made me feel empowered, emotionally resilient, and connected. It also was able to give me the confidence to dedicate myself to be involved in research using the strength of my voice and my ability to advocate for myself and for others. Because we're not just our deficit alone, we can bring so much more to anything that we put our lives to. We have a lot of time to reflect, but what we want to do, especially with the people in this room, is we want to share that knowledge. We want to make it richer than it already is. And honestly, all of you researchers and health professionals out there, I am just so thankful for the work that you do, and it really is amazing. So since 2018, I utilise my professional and lived experience to guide projects, assist with grant funding applications, qualitative methodology and analysis, and the dissemination of research findings. Additionally, I've facilitated non-biased workshops and interviews, which I initially started doing with the Young Stroke Project when I worked at Stroke Foundation. We brought on from the Genius Network, the Genius, yes, pardon the pun, Caleb Brixton, and I utilised those skills within Genius, within the platform, leading and running workshops within Genius, and then also co-facilitated within other research projects, which I'm talking about in one of the co-design workshops if you're interested, with Liz Finch. So a bit of a squeak in there. But I am proud to say that the projects and the committees in which I've worked genuinely value the insights offered by my lived experience. I engage with them on an equal footing, no longer seen as a mere checkbox of having a consumer in the group. I think the most important thing that I've learned with working with researchers, so researchers and lived experience working together, And if I may use an acronym, and it's my own acronym, but because researchers love them and confuse me all the time with them, is I feel like it needs to be hot. It needs to be it needs to be honest, open and trusting. Because the stories and the vulnerability that we share as lived experience, we want it to be able to help shape and make the research much richer than it already is. The theme of this conference, Championing Care, for me, is defined by more and more amazing research, which includes improved engagement with lived experience. Championing Care is also, within that research, people with lived experience are empowered to share their journey whilst taking care of themselves. The work that you're doing has inspired me to look at doing a Masters of Research from a lived experience perspective next year, so thank you. And I look forward to seeing more and more engagement and consumer engagement in the future. There's exciting times to come. Thank you so much.